And now, let's see what. And
you missed that.
Well,
you missed that.
that is Benjamin Willock making a grand entrance.
I'm going to let Callie do this game with Nick. I'll have a wee bit of a breather as I need to go and get some coffee and cake. So
now you know where the shortbread is.
now I know where. Well, actually, I've forgotten. It's in there, right? I need to go. So here's Nick Ivel, my partner in crime. Nick Ivel. Here you go.
Yeah, don't worry, people. I will
Yeah,
give
for
you
those
a
who
breather
didn't hear that,
after
I'm
this
Nick Ivel,
one,
just
as
say
I'm
it
really
a couple of
excited to
times,
be
just
here
so
to
you
watch our very own London Dragons versus Southampton Spitfires D.
So, Callie, what can you tell me about the old Dragons here?
One thing I can tell you is that the goaltender, we were talking earlier in the Eva Harrison interview, that Eva Harrison made the move from Dragons to Nottingham, but the goalie is Ashley Johnson, who was a long-time Maverick and has now come to play for the Dragons.
I was going to say, was there any other draft picks in that trade, or just one for
no,
one?
it was a direct trade. It was we had to pay part of Harrison's salary.
Oh, there we go.
So yeah, so it's coming in with a pretty strong, and another one, number 21, Caroline Irongal Riordan. She's a former Cardiff president from those days.
Nice.
And I think we should point out number 45, Henry Fail. That's a lovely last name to have.
Great success.
But I think Ian Chan, number 10, he is the top goal scorer of the whole Division 2 non-checking.
Yep, Division 4.
So
one to watch.
Definitely, I've coached these guys a couple of times in their a couple of times, once in one of their final sessions, and he's got speed, he's got skill. There's an Akis Shafi Kwarla, however, number 60. I'm just gonna call him Aki, and he is definitely another player to watch in this team.
Nice.
And it's a pretty solid group throughout. So it's there's not a lot of, like you used it, soft underbellies that you could easily exploit. But of course the goaltender is an absolute question mark, because no one's ever seen him play goal before, and now they're actually teaching him now how to play goalie and how to go down to butterfly. So that's a great sign.
This could be interesting.
Yeah, he's played a couple of games for the A team. Then he finished the season in the B team, and now he's in goal for the C team. So he's done the hat trick for the Dragons.
It's either that or people keep passing around because no one wants him.
If you look at number 97, Benjamin Willock, he kind of looks like Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys. And yeah, they've had a solid preparation. I of course drove up with them, and they some of them had a apparently pretty good night last night.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Stones, the team captain, was reporting of some good warm-ups from last night. So
good.
Looking forward to seeing what they can do. I honestly don't remember. They probably played Southampton in the league.
Well, we'll have a look at that.
They did do, but I just don't remember how it ended.
Let's have a look. It helps if we're on the right roster.
Oh yeah, we have this amazing. So the wins are 2-1.
Yep, to London.
Yeah. And it's been tight games, 6-5 each way, and then 1-0. My goodness! So it's been 3 one-goal games between these two teams, and of course, traditionally Southampton and London are not the best friends in any tier they play each other. So there's definitely a bit of needle behind them. Between them.
I'll tell you something. I'd take a 6-5 right now.
I would be happy to watch a 6-5 game for the Dragons. I would not complain about that whatsoever.
6-5 game for Southampton, a little less. Just a little less.
Yeah, that's. I wouldn't favor that as much. But here we go. And someone's taped a pink cross.
A pink cross on the head.
That's a new one.
Oh, nice control. Don't really need to pivot there, but nice
definitely. A lot of moves there. That must be Aki who's making those moves. Looks like his playing style. And here's Ian Chan, the high-scoring forward, and there's the team captain Josh Stones And Katie Robertson there played the D pair. And with Southampton, well, pretty evenly matching it so far.
So these two teams both in non-checking 3 this year, having good matchups against, well, the Oxford Vikings coming through, as we've talked, myself and Rambo have talked about many times before, coming through with an incredible record.
Yep.
107 odd goals, none against, 8 wins.
Yeah.
And then Southampton getting the better of the games, or getting the better of the cup season anyway, with 5-3 record against London's 4-4. But still, nothing wrong with either of those records. That's not.
That's
not a bad
one
showing
game
at all.
apart. One game either way.
But still, as we've seen the historical record and what we're seeing right now and what we've seen this season, this should be a good game, tight game.
Yeah, this should be one of the doozies of the Tier 5 for sure. And it's definitely one thing that's noticeable, that the speed and the pace is a lot higher in this game than what it was in the earlier ones.
Is indeed.
And there's some jiving going on. And there's Milos Sutton coming down the wing and doesn't go, and he crashes the goalie. No mercy. That's the Dragons' way. Face off in on the Southampton end, and he has a chance on the point here. Sandy failed. What a sizzler! When did he learn to shoot? Oh, to be fair, I did teach him how to shoot a little bit, but that's definitely to be fair, that is one of my shots, high and wide and hard. So good promise from there. Take that a couple of clicks down, and you have a top cheese bar down. Wheel snipe and Selly. That's all you have to do at that point. And again, Mila going to corner very hard, using the Southampton defenders as a ragdoll for herself. But now we need some. Josh Stones needs to hustle for this one. And he gets there eventually and clears to center ice, where Zoe Penn was waiting, but just flies by her, and Southampton looking to break out from their own zone. But Dragons with a good pressure. Here's Arthur Chan, who is actually normally the goalie of the C team, but the B team goalie Christian Sintoni got injured. He broke his hand.
Oh.
And then he still came to A-team practice, and we broke it more. Oops, sorry, Christian. And so he's still got a cast in his arm for like the second month or something. And so Ashley had to step down to be the C-team goalie, and so Arthur is skating out in Tier 5, and he's going to be on the goal for Tier 3. So these are sort of player movements that happen that you don't normally see up in the higher tiers, that people go up and down, and reserve goalies and all this sort of stuff is going on all the time. But there's Ben, who took Mr. Willock, who took that nice little fall as soon as he stepped on the ice. But Josh Stones keeps the puck in very well. Here's Ben going in the corner. He gives a little push there for the defenseman, and Josh Stones pinching in. He's got a chance to shoot, skate in. He does. Oh, and a little bit of a weak shot from Josh. But a good rush. Nevertheless, there's Kate Weber, the token vegan of the team, digging hard in the corner. So clearly eating lettuce hasn't made her too weak, because she's dominating that one. And so far pretty even, Steven. We're about 5 minutes in, and it's been maybe slightly in the Dragons' favor, but not too heavily. And it's
I would say so. It's probably been more going in that direction.
A little bit more, but Southampton has been shown that.
Nothing to show for it yet, though. But
and just as we said it, here comes Southampton, or try to. But Weber with a brilliant takeaway, and Willock helping to keep it in the zone. Battles strong, takes his man down, but it still comes out of the zone. And he bounces off Weber's skate onto the other side, and Weber now takes it in to the zone, but there's three defenders waiting her, but the referee a little bit of helping, leaves the puck a little bit freer. And here's Mr. Fail. Don't fail, please don't.
not right there.
No, don't live up to your name.
Fail made a great pass to their team.
Yeah. And here's the Iron Gal of Warwick, Caroline O'Riordan. Looking for a pass. Oh, and he threads the needle. That was a risky one, but it pays off. It Ben Willock and Weber offside. Offside. Rob Granderson just learned the offside rule today, and he's calling every single offside he has here now. So face-off on the neutral zone towards Southampton end, and the top line of Dragons out there. So we'll see if they can create something out of this one. I'm still confused by that pink stripe.
Yeah,
Why-
no,
why-
I think
why
you need
would
to find
have
out. There
that?
must be a story behind that somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's have a look here.
Anton Olsson, he's the B team captain who just had a child with his wife Samantha Olsson. You wouldn't expect them to have the same last name though if they're married. Oh, and here's a good chance. Ian, oh, and here's Kamazaki. I'm literally not even going to try to pronounce his last name. And here's Ian Chan, who's getting heavily booed. I think that's because he used to be a Southampton player or something. Oh, I'm not sure. Someone's booing him for sure. I think that's his Imperial Devils, actually. Showing the love. I mean, Crosby gets booed every time he touches the puck, as is PK Subban in certain places. So if people are booing, you've probably done something right.
Exactly. At some point, somewhere, you've done something right.
Oh, apart from Nottingham, they've never done anything right. That's why they get booed all the time.
People normally take their shoes off to throw it.
Oh,
at
now
them,
someone's
don't
dropped the gloves again. But no interest from the Dragon side to participate, and the Southampton player really quickly backs off from that one. Probably a good idea. Oh, and a straight face of win to the point. And here's Josh Stones again, holds the puck a little bit, looking for a lane. Oh, and a great pass
nice
down
pass.
low. And Aki trying to muscle his way out of the corner, and he does. It goes in front of the net, backhand. It's sitting there on the slot. Here he comes. Oh, it doesn't. Turn around, everyone's kicking around. That was a bit of a shambles, but, well, eventually neither team got anything out of it. Southampton looking to clear the zone now.
Oh.
But it hits Aki again on the foot, and here's Chan coming from behind the net. He's got Aki in the middle if he would just pass and try to ram it in short side with the Imperial players on his every touch of the puck, letting him know. I really don't know what he's done for Imperial, or to Imperial, to deserve this, but surely there's a story behind it. I'll find it out and I'll fill you in on the next game. And there's Sarah Rees, the team's veterinarian.
That's always useful.
Huh?
That's always useful.
Yeah, it's good to have one of those, especially if pigs like me in the organization. And here's Chan, he's got a lot of height. It's a horrendous line change from the Southampton, and here comes the top scorer of Tier 4 and the booze. Where's the shot? Oh, he tries to dangle his way through. Why doesn't he shoot? My goodness. I've taught you better, son. I feel like yelling, but they have a bench coach who's the B team coach and legend. The only B team player in Dragons who got his number retired, Max Pinkney. Legendary number 23 is oh, that was a face-off that caught everyone by surprise. It's Artur Chan on the point, with Milla going behind the net and Penn in front of the net, standing waiting. And now puck comes to the other side. Here's Fail. Don't fail now, please. And he doesn't. Who puts it back? He's got a really good shot.
Hey, yeah, should use that
If
more.
they would just get at some point, he can put a lot of mustard behind those
If he
shots.
hits the net,
If he hits the net and we get a one clear shot, it's gonna go in.
oh, vicious stick check.
That's Armilla. She may be a quiet and timid Asian girl, but when she gets on the ice, she becomes a whole different tiger. Oh, and here's a chance. One of the bigger bodies, definitely in the Dragons team, with Milla in the middle. If she can get a shot away, she does, but straight on the logo, shooting for the Spitfire and not the net.
Orlando Beckett with a big save. .45 for the Dragons. Yes.
That's 45 is Henry Fail.
It is indeed. Henry
And
Fail.
Number 53, Dom de Carcer. He's the bigger body, and there's Caroline O'Riordan going next to the boards with Josh Stone coming to help and clear the zone eventually. It has been more of the Dragons, but for some reason it looks like...
Oh, here we go.
Here's Weber. As a passing lane in the middle, no, she can't get it. She also has a pink cross in her helmet. What? What is this? Oh, it almost keeps it in. Now they need to hustle. Josh with a very sort of, that looks like cross-country skiing and his skating style with sprinting. Have you noticed? He's like he's doing the 50-kilometer traditional style. Olympus is gone, mate. You can let it go.
Oh,
And
in
here's
the pass.
Ben Willock in the middle.
Chance.
No, it comes on the other side of Weber, who just eludes her stick. And makes a good move around the defender and chips it in front of the net. And here's Willock, plays it to the point, but it just comes out. O'Riordan was just harassed enough in a politically correct way. And here's Weber again. It's got Willock in the middle if she can make the pass. She doesn't, but Willock gets it almost anyway and goes after the puck now. And Southampton almost clears it right on his stick.
Oh, here we go.
And here comes Southampton. 101.
Oh!
And Ashley Johnson doing the backstroke instead of butterfly there in the net now. And a great collision between the Southampton players. And
If you can make the pass, it's a 2-on-1.
Oh! And Ben's turning circle is just a little bit too far to make that sudden move. Clearly hasn't been working hard enough in the off-season. That's something we'll rectify over the summer. But yeah, I know, but for next season, mate. Yeah, Rob, some people train in the summer, okay? I know you never have.
I don't need to. Have you seen this physique?
Yeah, I have. That's why you play in Tier 5.
I've not played tier 2 once.
Did you? Why? You were on the bench opening the hatch. Well done, mate.
Good job.
How many points did you get?
How many points?
Yeah.
I was a D-man, I didn't go for points. Just have to shut out.
And the inquiring mind, as Nick Ivel is, we're getting the Rob Grant's BYJ stats on the screen as we speak.
You won't be on there.
There is one game for Newcastle Wildcats D. One game, no shifts, no points.
Also says Sheffield Hallam University alumni. 2010-11.
And here is Mr. Fail now looking to the man with the cannon, as it seems out, not Canon camera, if any Dragons are watching. An actual cannon.
Oh, you got Rob
for
Grant
shot.
claiming that the...
High school when I was playing tier 2.
But it ends up in an icing against the Dragons. And I don't know if they have now all of a sudden started to enforce the no change in icing rule, because at the beginning they definitely did not.
No, what do you mean? Vangover's not getting in the right position. You got there and he shot it at him about 90.
Just trying to work out there how old I was when Rob Grant
Matt
played in
Baker
Tier 2.
crashed the minibus. What?
Hold on, I was 12 years old when Rob Grant played in Tier 2.
Ian Chan is a snake. Oh, and a good save by Ashley there. He did learn how to go to butterfly pretty quick because his feet were moving pretty quick, quicker than I've ever seen them move now. And here's a, would have been a chance for a loose puck to Dragons if they now put on pressure. He can't get the pressure in. Josh Stones. Oh, it's Henry Fail who pinches, and here's Ben Willock trying to battle for the puck. And it ends up in hands of the Southampton defender. And here's Ben Willock again. And who is this player?
Oh, hello, who's this guy?
I don't know, but he came out of nowhere and he's...
Yeah, where's he been all game?
Yeah, literally, I haven't seen
An
this
injection of speed.
blue helmeted man at all. Would
You've
it be
been,
useful?
London been keeping a ringer back on the bench.
I don't know, why would you put him in with 7 minutes left? You would want to have someone like that on the ice at all times,
Yeah.
I would assume. The boos are raining down on Ian Chan. And
London seem to be like constantly swapping helmets.
yeah, I think
Someone forgot a lid.
Next week we're on at 10 to 10 tomorrow next week. I'll be out Friday.
I've just been informed by a reliable eye in the sky and source from the referees, I'm guessing, from Joe,
here comes
that basically a
Southampton.
couple of the London players don't have the required chin straps, so they are
Oh, and
currently
that was
just
a chip on
fixing
Riordan.
equipment down there on the fly.
Oh,
wall.
so number 2 with the blue helmet now must be Aki, who's been buzzing all game. We could just follow the jersey numbers and not helmets, but that would be too easy.
Oh,
He hit
the post!
post! He beat the goalie, but he didn't beat the iron work. And Ashley Johnson gets away with one there. That was an absolute calamity, that attempt, but you have to be lucky to be good and good to be lucky, and he got lucky there for sure. And here's Ian Chan on a partial breakaway. Can he get a shot away? He can. He gets a rebound, but a great ball check by the Southampton goalie prevents him from scoring another one. And here's Ian Chan again. Oh! It was a great feed from Aki in the corner, but it doesn't get where it needs to be. And here's Arthur Chan. Oh! Who was there just sneaking? It was Sarah Rees who was sneaking there in the back post, and now Dragons are buzzing all over the Spitfire zone, looking for that all-important opening goal. Kicks it to himself, backhand. Oh, no one there. Not even the goalie, just the board. And Southampton, finally, no, they don't get it out. It's constant pressure now. They must have been in their own zone for 2 minutes now. Now, finally, surely, they clear the zone. And now they do. Katie Robertson chasing the buck with Josh Stones. And just under 5 minutes left in this matchup between two fairly evenly matched teams, Nick.
Yeah, I would say so. It's been, neither team can seem to find that that breakthrough opportunity. It's probably been a lot more tilted towards London. However, obviously Southampton coming closest with that shot on the post.
Yeah, it seems that if the previous games are 1-goal games, now we know why.
Yeah.
And here's pass to Zoe Penn that just misses from Josh Stones. And now here's Jones. Stones has got a chance
hello.
to strike
Nice
in,
moves.
and he does. Does he got a chance to shoot? Ooh! Oh, and John goes, and the goalie is not happy about that, and he scampers away.
Smart move.
Probably a good idea.
No one wants a blocker in the...
What, the waffle in the yapper?
Exactly.
No, we already seen it once today, and it was a good shot. And here's the Carson taking the face-off, and he takes the puck. He comes to the point where it got failed, shooting, and he comes, hits the defender. And Southampton look at the breakaway, but it's negated by a sliding play. And here's Mila on a breakaway. Can she break in the ice?
Yes, she can!
Does. It's 1-0 for Dragons. She finally comes to do and does a little shimmy shake for good measure.
And it slips under the arm of Beckett in the Southampton goal, and we've got that one goal that we were talking about, Callie.
That is the one goal with just 3 minutes left, and now Southampton is under serious pressure if they want to escape this one with even a point, because they haven't had a lot of chances or even a lot of possession, and then the clock is running down. As we know, it's 1 minute only for stop clock, so they really need to push hard now, and here they come, and that's an offside of biblical proportions.
That's not going to help.
You could have fit a minibus that has been crashed into that gap. And again, taking these offsides, that's going to eat 15, 20, maybe 30 seconds out of the clock, at least 20. So Southampton not doing themselves favors. Last thing they want to do now is take a penalty. Dragons put Stones or Reardon or there on the defense. Weber, Willock playing offense with Assad, I think, is not the dictator Assad. It's in one S. Assad.
Good to clear that one up.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify that. And here's O'Riordan being chased by someone with straight legs.
And broken ankles.
And broken ankles, yeah.
The pass!
It's almost a high slot, but there's no one home. It's Weber. She has played out of the zone now. No, Willock fails at it as well. Can Assad clear the zone? No one can. finally now they can. And Willock's chasing down on the forecheck. They want to maybe focus a little bit more on the defense than forechecking now.
It's Charlie Postel. Oh,
And Weber there with a good pressure, but it's 3-on-2 for the Spitfires. Looking to shoot.
Oh,
Oh, and a
good
great
block.
block by O'Riordan. Iron Gal putting her body on the line. Iron Gal actually comes from the fact that she tried to spell original, and it came out as Iron Gal. So I was like, okay, that's going to be a new nickname. But I think it suits her pretty well.
does indeed with plays like that.
And yeah, that is playing for the team. That was a great block and possibly a game changer. And here comes Willock with 1 minute left in the game. So we enter the stop clock area of the game, and the Southampton goalie has to freeze the puck with 51 seconds left. And the pressure meter is climbing higher and higher and higher. And Dragons putting the top line out there now. It's Aki, Ian Chan,
Well, it
and
helps the Dragon to get more than 4 players
Sarah
on the ice.
Rees, with Katie Robertson and Josh Stones playing the defense.
It's Charlie Postel.
Southampton needs to make something happen right now.
Turns out.
Minibus references. Okay.
Ooh.
This is not a minibus omnibus, don't worry about it. And here comes Ian Chan, 22 seconds left on a breakaway, the top goal scorer with the boost rating down.
Oh!
And the goalie being sometimes and saves
Slightly
it.
unorthodox there.
He could have literally just chipped that over the goalie, but decided to
No.
go for a stick handle move that didn't pay off. But 16 seconds now only left for the Spitfires to win. And they win the face-off. Can they get out of their zone with possession? No, they can't. Aki, oh, and he accidentally cleared the zone, and here comes Southampton. But Arthur Chan plays it, and they pull in the goalie. They only got 6 seconds left.
Oh,
so
they
it's a
pulled the
little
goalie.
Too little, too late for Southampton. It's final block by Katie Robertson.
And there we
the Dragons
go.
keep. They hang on
That's a
to the nail.
big victory.
1-0. Again, 1-goal game. So, for once, our pre-game predictions were actually correct.
Exactly. 1-goal game.
I'm amazed.
And we're going to get an
by
ice cut here.
Yes, ice cut, and looks like, based on the...
Looks on the amount of people on this balcony, we're
Yeah, I was
interviewing
gonna
half
say,
the
there's
rest of
probably
Ice
some sort
Sheffield,
of interview
apparently.
coming based on the Michigan Wolverines jerseys up here. And on... The Imperial really doesn't like someone on the ice, and I think we know who that is. And on that note, I'm going to go congratulate the guys downstairs, have a little break, and I
We'll
think Rambo's
catch you
doing
guys
the
in a bit
interview
after
next, so
Rambo's next
Nick will
segment.
entertain you until then, maybe. No, it doesn't.